Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I spent most of the day trying to figure out how to make Steam work for my kids. Unfortunately, it only works on my computer. And the second I got it going, it was time for Ask Away. So at least we still have some light. Yay! Back in Telluride, it's our spring break. So if I'm harder to reach this week than usual, I apologize for that. Or maybe not, because I'm in my favorite place on earth. There's a whole lot of snow, and I'm going to sit around and cook things and let my kids play on this computer and do nothing other than the important task of getting April out, because how is it almost April? I feel like I say that every month now, but like time is a flat circle, and here we are again. All right, it's only a couple of questions tonight, but I'm always excited for questions. I know we had some weekly wins, and I should have written them down, and I didn't because I was thinking about it. I know we had a whole bunch of people that raced. Coach Nakia did 10K. And an 8K last weekend. She had her Shamrock run. We've got a whole bunch of people that are signed up for fall races. I know Kentucky Derby, a marathon is coming up too. So lots of good stuff on the horizon. If you're racing, let me know. Okay. Question 1. I thought about asking you this privately, but thought there may be other women out there going through the same thing. I'm 54 and in full-blown menopause. I've got night sweats, anxiety, rage, insomnia, regret, the full roller coaster of emotions and physical stuff. I've noticed a lot of women seem to quit running and exercising when they hit their 50s. Is this why? Can I continue to run my way through this? Is there light on the other side? What do you know about running through menopause, and what advice would you give me? Love ya, and I'm grateful for all you do for us at Fitness Protection. I love you too. All right, so here are the basics that we know about menopause. Menopause is, so the first big change that your body goes through is when it starts making all these hormones and when you go through puberty. Then the second big change is when your body stops making all those hormones as you go through menopause. So you will hear this a lot, that strength training becomes more important, but they don't really break down why. It has less to do with the hormonal changes and more to do with bone density. So once you've gone through menopause, part of what's going on is that your bones are becoming more fragile. And it is said that runners are more prone to osteoporosis, but I've yet to see a study that said why, which, if you're not, correlation does not equate causation. So I'm not totally sold on that idea. But Stacy Sims has done more research on this than anyone else on the planet. Her books are a little hard to read, and they don't exactly give you formulas. And even if they did, those formulas are kind of hard to follow. What we do know is that your body is less efficient at utilizing carbohydrates than it would have been. Insulin resistance is really common. And all doctors will tell you to do is lose weight around your middle, which if anyone has ever tried to lose weight knows that is literally not how weight loss works, and it's kind of impossible. So rather than doing anything drastic, as much as you can, whenever you can, remember to look into ship shape. That's just enough strength. Look into maybe something really simple, like I love the Peloton app. I'm not paid to say that, but their app is really, really good with short, digestible chunks of workout classes that go by so quickly that you might find yourself saying, hey, I could do another one. And the next thing you know, you found yourself doing 40 minutes of strength when you could barely get yourself to do 3. So that's another way to sort of sneak the strength in. So the strength is important more for the bone density side of the equation. But yeah, I think a lot of people quit exercising because of the extreme fatigue, as well as you're not sleeping as well because of the hot flashes. So the things that I recommend looking into: hormone therapy. I've been taking bioidentical testosterone since my left ovary was taken out, and it makes a huge difference. I have my regular medical doctor, and then I have a medical doctor who is also a functional medicine doctor, and my insurance covers those visits. So that's where I do my hormone replacement therapy. And you'll find that most hormone replacement therapy clinics are either integrative doctors or functional medicine doctors. So I know that I have... I have trust issues with anything that doesn't accept health insurance. I do, always will. But it is not hard to find practitioners in these areas who are medical doctors who do do medical billing and do accept insurance. I would please keep it down just a little bit. I would encourage you to find one to work with, because that will ease a lot of the symptoms that you have and help once you get the sleeping and the night sweats under lock. And the good thing about the night sweats is that they don't necessarily, once you've got the hormone piece smoothed out, you might wake up cold and drenched in the morning, but you won't wake up and have to change 3 times throughout the night, which is really nice. So yeah, there's no compelling reason as to like you should stop through menopause, but you might not be able to go as hard as you want to, because part of this changes in estrogen. It impacts the lungs directly. So you'll find you can't sprint as fast as you could before. And all of this will go away once menopause ends. And then you got a whole new sets of issues to deal with. But estrogen is directly linked to the way that we build muscle and our oxygen. I just forgot the words. This is part of menopause too. Part of menopause and lung coverage. Part of our lung capacity, both directly impacted by estrogen. So if your body isn't producing as much as it was before, then you're going to feel a difference in the output. And a lot of people sort of move away from running because they can't. But those people were probably overtraining before. They weren't jogging. They weren't following heart rate training. So that's my read into this situation. Do what works for you. Do the thing that you hate the least. Do the thing that gives you some satisfaction. Don't try, like if you hate weights, there's no way you're ever going to like lifting heavy things. Okay, maybe try a bar class, try a Pilates class. You can get just as much out of body weight as you can lifting. I hate lifting, but I will do Pilates 7 times a week. So bar classes are really hard, but that's going to hit all the main muscle groups. And in turn, it's going to help your running. So I'm not here to say like run less, do less of this and more of that, but time is sort of a finite resource. I would say try to budget in more time for strength training in any capacity, not necessarily weight bearing workouts, though that is what a doctor will tell you. We can get you just as strong with body weight and resistance bands. We know this now because we've done it. We can get people to Olympic level capacity using nothing but your own body's weight. So you don't necessarily have to lift heavy things if you can't afford it, if there's not a gym near you, if it's just something that you really don't like doing, if it isn't accessible. We get into office hours, and this is where we can go one-on-one, talk through what's available to you and find something that's more going to be accessible. And I'm grateful for all y'all too. So yeah, there's light, and menopause can take 10 to 12 years, right? This is not going to be a short process like puberty. We like to forget how long puberty took, but like we just remember like when our period started, but puberty didn't end for like 2 to 3, 4 years. Really, we weren't like through the other side of that until we were like 18 or 19. So this is going to be about 5 to 7 years, can be as long as 12. But it's really not the end of the world. It can feel like the end of the world if you're not sleeping. And if you're having to wash your sheets a lot. I just sleep on top of a towel because I'm lazy and I don't want to change my sheets every day because I care about the planet and water, and I don't want to waste water by washing sheets every day. That's it. That's what I do. Okay. Hi, I seem to remember you talking about different ways to lace your shoes. Is there a way to lace that helps keep the shoes tight at the top but gives you room in the midfoot? I find when I lace my shoes tight enough so I feel secure around the heel, it's uncomfortably tight over my midfoot. I have plenty of room in the toes no matter how I lace. Okay, so the 2 big tips there. Yes, there is a technique to lacing them, and I will send them to you. But the first thing I would ask you to do is see if, on the tongue of your shoe, there's that little button in the middle that you pull the laces through, and it's supposed to keep the tongue in place. If you're using that, stop. That makes a huge difference right off the bat. That's going to take the pressure off your midfoot. And again, I know it sounds counterintuitive, but first thing I would advise you to do, go see that if you have your shoes laced that way, and if you do, unlace them and relace them without using that little tongue connector. See if that makes it feel better. If so, if it feels fine after that, cool, you're done. If not, come back to me and I will, because I don't have all my stuff here and I don't have all my shoes here, and there's no way you could have known I'd be asking in Telluride, but I'm trying to explain it with my hands is probably not going to do much, unfortunately. And my brain's already fried from trying to figure out how to use the Steam gaming platform, which is actually totally worth it. This game, Slay the Princess, is awesome. It's like a graphic novel unfolding on the screen, and I really dig it more than I expected to. But anyway, so yeah, unlace your tongue, free the tongue of your shoe, see if that helps, and then come back to me. And the way I'm going to show you how to lace it will be coming a little bit of crossing at the bottom, and then doing 2 straight, like skipping the middle, and then coming back together at the top of the shoe, because you don't have to cross at every hole, and we're going to get creative about that. But I will. If that doesn't work, let me know. I'll either post photos or make a video of me lacing my shoes the way. We're a couple of different options you can try. Yay. Body weight strength is everything. Body weight strength is everything. Let me say that again. I don't like lifting things. Body weight strength is everything. Yes, ma'am. All right. That's all we have for the week. If you had a win and I didn't share it, I sincerely apologize. Like I said, my brain is fried from the week. I hear that the East Coast got dumped on with snow. Yay, you, 15 inches for Amy up in Vermont and for Aaron up in Maine. And gosh, that's a lot of snow. That's what we had 2 weeks ago. And we're going to get 8 inches tonight here in Telluride, but I don't have to leave this house. I got a big bowl of chili cooking on the stove. I am coached and loved and winning at life for the first time in a long time, and you are too. But that's, as always, for you. You loved and winning every day. Have a great week, you guys. Thank you so much for keeping my little small business alive another year through another month. Though I don't know how that happened. Was it April?